Well, let's go across now to that press conference on the 7th Pay Commission.
The Government of India had constituted the 7th Pay Commission in 2014, giving it 18 months' time to submit its report. The original period was up to 27th of August 2015. The time has been extended in order to enable the Pay Commission to have further consultations and submit a considered report. The members of the Commission, headed by Justice A.K. Mathur, a retired judge of the Supreme Court, has today just now submitted the 7th Pay Commission recommendations to me. I'm extremely grateful to Justice Mathur and his entire team who have put in a lot of effort over the last 23-24 months and prepared this document. With regard to the details of the document and some other preliminary comments, I'll request Justice Mathur to kindly make a brief statement.
Thank you, Mr. Jaitley sir. We have completed the report. The report runs into about 900 pages, and we have dealt with all the aspects pertaining to the subject. We have heard all the parties. We have gone to the places and seen the real hardship which is being faced by the people all over the country. We will issue just now a press note with permission of the Honorable Minister for your information. But before that, I may give you some headlines which will enable you to appreciate. The implementation, as we've been given to understand, has to come from 1/1/2016. The government will have to take a call for that. And the minimum pay which we have fixed, applying the accrued formula which has been suggested by the JCM, which we have accepted it, and the basic pay will start at 18,000. We have abolished the grade pay and the pay band also. So, and that the total increase in the basic pay will be 14.27. The speculation of 15 was little off the mark. The maximum pay for a apex scale will be 2,25,000, and the cabinet secretary's pay will be about 2,50,000. The pay structure, considering the grade pay structure, the state of employees hereto will and the fitment formula will be 2.57 for all. Then the annual increment will be 3%. We have kept the MSCP, modified ensured career progression, that is same scale 10, 20 and 30 years. We have increased the military service pay for defense personnel, that is today they are getting 6,000, officer will get 15,500, and for the nursing staff 10,800, and for the non-competents JCO and competents 5,200 from 2,000, and for the non-competents enrolled in Air Force from 1,000 to 3,600. We have also made a provision for short service commission officers because they had made a very strong grievance about it, that their condition is not very ameliorating. We have recommended that the short service commission officer will be allowed to exit armed forces at any point in time between 7 to 10 years of service, with the terminal gratuity equivalent to 10.5 months of reckonable emoluments. They will further be entitled to fully funded 1-year executive program or MTech program at a premier institute. We have also recommended for the lateral entitled settlement also For that, a specific requirement of the organization to which the personnel will be absorbed for lateral entry in the CAPF, Central Armed Forces, will make an attractive severance package when they are recommended for joining to the CPF. The parity between the dispute between the headquarter and the field area, that we have maintained that there will be a parity between headquarter and the field area, and there will be no disparity between them with regard to their perks and salary, and they will continue to be reviewed as is reviewed for the headquarters. Same will be applicable to the field also. Then we have also recommended that there is a lot of grievance with regard to non-review of the cadre, that we have recommended that the government should take immediate steps for periodical review of the cadre. We have also revised the entire set of allowances. About 52 allowances have been abolished, and about 36 allowances have been submerged in their allowances. And we have made a new chapter of risk and hardship allowance. The maximum allowance which we have allowed is the Saichin allowance, which is from 21,000 to 31,500 we have increased. From 21,000 to 31,500 for the senior officers, JCO and others from 14,000 to 21,000. There will be a benefit for them for hardship, and for the house allowance also we have made a provision for them, which was a great grievance there also. We have also made a same conditions, almost allowances part is concerned will be paramilitary as far as possible, will be applicable to of CAF, Central Paramilitary Forces also, except those, that is MSCP will be only applicable to Army, and pension will be Army. Because you know that after 2014, the NSP, the National Pension System, has been introduced by the enactment of the Parliament. So that will be applicable to civilian and armed forces, but for the armed forces, defense forces, the NPA will not applicable. They will continue to be applied their own pre-2000 scheme. But for CPF is concerned, they will continue to go on by civilian, and they will not be entitled to MSCP. MSCP and NPA will be only two peculiar things applicable to the defense forces. We have also accepted the guard allowances have been increased. House rent allowance have been increased to 25 lakhs. We have also group insurance scheme amount has been increased to about 50 lakhs. And we have also increased the monthly deductions also for the persons who are in the pay matrix. A new pay matrix has been introduced. Grade pay have been abolished. Pay band have been abolished. Now there will be open matrix, and each will be able to know where they stand in the matrix. And the fitment formula has been given 2.57. So that persons who are getting today the whatever salary, it will be multiplied by 2.57. We have, with regard to medical facilities, we have requested the government that it should be insurance. That is the best answer for it. But till it is done, till that time, we have requested that all the dispensaries which are registered with the military medical services will be mutandis will be governed by the CGHS, and CGHS will clear their bills without any agitation, because postal employees were greatly expressed their anguish on that part. Another thing which is more important and which is peculiar to this is the pension. The formulation of pension which I have given is one rank, one pension, which will be applicable to civilian also and paramilitary forces also, and to the armed forces also. My principle of pension is this only, that today if a man retires, he must get same pension as a person who retired 10 years or 20 years back. In the pay matrix, a simple thing has been worked out, that person who has retired as a UDC, he will find his place minimum in the present matrix, and how many years increment he has done, that will be calculated, and 50% of that he will get it the pension. Same formulation has been given for the defense forces also. For example, a colonel retired 20 years back and colonel retires today, who has been appointed prior to 2004, his pay will be same, his pension will be same as that of 20 years back, because the only peculiar thing will be that he will be placed in a minimum of the matrix which we have framed, and then he will draw a pension increment whatever number of years he has put in there. Suppose you put in 10 years of years increment, 3% rate, he will draw an increment with the present emolument and add their MSCP, which has been increased to 15,000, and 50% of that. That will be equity, where everybody will know where they stand, and there will be no difficulty in knowing their position.
Is it for all forces?
All forces. Civilian also. Civilian will not get because their MSCP is not applicable to them. Otherwise, all civilian will get same pension. If an officer superintendent retired 10 years back, the officer retired today also, same payback.
And central paramilitary forces?
Same paramilitary forces. All forces, including the defense forces. But for defense forces, the only peculiar thing is this MSP will be added to that. And then 50% of will be drawn there. Then this is the gratuity has been increased from 10 lakh to 20 lakhs. And other benefits, disability pension, etc. will be also there. Ex gratia payment will be equally applicable. All police force, all paramilitary force, if they dies in the operation, they will get the martyr status without any difficulty. Then they will also get all other benefits which are being made applicable to the defense forces, except two which I pointed out. Then next is the, so far as regulatory bodies is concerned, we have already laid down that regulatory bodies will continue to get 4,50,000, but no house, no car. Total package will be 4,50,000. Then we have also made a performance-related pay also. The financial implication to the government is likely to be to the extent of 1,02,100 crores. I repeat, 1,02,100 crores.
So this is in the first year of the rollout?
The first year of the rollout. There are some few differences with some members, which may also I point out that there was much angst had been made by the other services. We have given them benefit of NUF, but on that there is a reservation by 2 members. NUF have made uniformly applicable to all forces, including paramilitary forces, defense forces also. And presently they are only civilians are getting, but we have been extended to them. But the recommendation, some members has not agreed. They were advised that the NFUS should be completely abolished. But there is issue is open with the government to take a call on that. Then there is another anguish which has been raised by the other civil services, that this All India Services people have been given 2 3-grade increments to begin with, and the IPS officers and the Indian Forest Service officer are not getting. There is a difference of opinion on that also. I have recommended that all should get same, because All India Services should be kept at par. So far as the other grievances, that with regard to central empanelment is concerned, a new dispensation has been given that a committee will be formed with the chairmanship of the Union Public Service Commission or his nominee, and 1 All India Service people and 1 secretary concerned, where a person is to be recruited, and 2 experts. That committee will go into and the post will be advertised, and all will be eligible to apply, and those who are selected will be sent to the concerned as a joint secretary. There is a difference of opinion on that part also, but this is for the government to take the call on that part also. These are the basic. And there is another thing which I have done is this age of superannuation for paramilitary forces have been recommended for 60 years, in which also one of the member has recorded the dissent on that. These are the basic features of this recommendation. and that will know it from the report, and we are going to issue this press note for your benefit of all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
See, just a few points. As I said, I'm grateful to Justice Mathur and his team. They've submitted the report. The procedure will be that there will be now an implementation secretariat which is created, which is headed by the expenditure secretary, who's also the finance secretary, which will start working forthwith on this. There will be a separate empowered committee, which is normally headed by the cabinet secretary, where different departments of the government which are concerned with this recommendation, their heads are members, and therefore if any representations come from any segment, they take a view. Last time when the report was submitted, both these exercises took about 5.5 months. This time we'll endeavor to take a decision quickly. I'm not making any comment with regard to the contents of the report because the government has yet to examine it. But this report will impact on currently 47 lakh serving employees of the government of India. It will also impact on 52 lakh pensioners. This also includes the defense personnel. Over and above this, these formulas which are finally accepted by the government also impact on autonomous bodies, universities, central universities, public sector undertakings, etc. The state governments will take their own view as far as this subject is concerned. Just two figures or three figures which will, and then we will end with that. The total monetary impact of this on the finances of the union government entirely, and this does not include PSUs or autonomous bodies, only the central government, and I'm giving it in approximation, is 1,02,000 crores. Of this, about 74 lakhs, 74,000 crores is the impact on the union budget, and 28,000 crores is the impact on the railway budget.
28,000 crores.
28,000 crores. This is jointly on the union government amounts to 0.65% of the GDP. So that's the salary and pension bill goes up by that. In case of the union budget, it goes up by 0.46%. And in case of railways, the balance is going to be subsumed. So this is the monetary impact of the recommendations which have been made. These recommendations, as I said, including those on which there are distinct views, will be examined by the government expeditiously, and we'll let you know as to what final decision the government eventually takes.
Sir, your deficit number despite this huge burden.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And sir, the
Thank you. I record my thanks to all of you, and as well as to all the association who has assisted us. Thank you very much.
Well, that was the 7th Pay Commission headed by Justice A.K. Mathur, submitting a 900-page document to the Finance Ministry, which the Finance Ministry will now go through. And the recommendations briefly are that there'll be a 14.2% hike in the pay scales, and overall that is the general thing, and it goes also across one rank, one pension. It goes across 47,000 serving employees, 47 lakh serving employees and 55 lakh pensioners, and that includes also the armed forces. And the cost to the government will be 1,02,000 crore rupees approximately. This is what the finance minister said. He also said that for it to be implemented, there will be an implementation secretariat which is set up, which will be headed by the finance secretary, and an empowerment committee also by the cabinet secretary. And usually this takes about 3 to 4 months, but they will try to speed it up. And of this expenditure cost to the government, 74,000 crores will be from the union budget and 28,000 crores from the railway budget, which is about 0.65% of GDP.